Okay, this is my third attempt of a houseplant tour, but then I realized it was gonna go on. First it ran really long, and then it still ran long, but I just accepted it, and I realized it was gonna have to go on YouTube, so I'm doing it horizontally instead of vertically because it's not gonna be short enough to be on Instagram. And that took up 30 seconds, so I should just move on. This is a Cylindrica sansevieria, I believe. I really kind of dig her. There's some brown bits, but I'm fine with it. I got it off Facebook. These are some props. This is, it doesn't matter because you can't see them anyway. But there's a string of hearts. There's some sort of peperomia Ginny, maybe, and more string of turtles. And then this is my mom's friend Monica gave me some pothos, and you'll see it all over in little prop containers. It's got a decent root coming out. This is a philodendron Birkin, and it had some really nice growth, but as you can see, this is coming in a little weird. It feels the same as the rest of the leaf, so I'm not sure what's happening there. But there's some other growth points that are happening, so hopefully it's an anomaly. This is string of hearts, variegated. She's really pretty. She's doubled in length, and I probably need to pot her, but I'm probably gonna do the spiral and not staple, but use a staple to hold some down so that it will become a more full plant, so she won't be that long for very long. But I'm not gonna cut her. That seems silly to me right at this point without more growth points. Here is Jade, the Jade, because apparently neither A or I are very creative. It's the only one that has a name. This is a plant that's going to the office, so I pulled it back. It's from a coworker, and look at that pot she put it in. It's such a cute little pot, and I like it. And but yeah, it's gonna be in a very dark area, so it's a spider plant, obviously. Unless you didn't know that, then it's not obvious. One man's obvious is another man's huh. There's my bed. There's a mirror that I'm gonna be putting up. This is sort of a house tour as well, sort of, because I'm not going in all the rooms. This is my office. That's a painting that my sister-in-law made before some of her kids were in our lives, so it's old because all the kids are in their teens almost. So starting with this is a Fizzle Dizzle. I don't know if that's right. Anyway, it actually had a bloom stalk on it, and I loved it because it looked like a Spanish bayonet yucca, which we had a ton growing up. But those all bloomed and died, so I probably need to cut the stalk back. Apparently, if you have the blooms, then you don't have the curly leaves, but I actually got both. They did turn quite brown, but at the ends, but I kind of like it. I don't know if I should like it, but I do like it. This is a Tradescantia zebrina. You're gonna see a lot of them, so I probably won't name them every time. Most of them are in propagation form. This is the such and such, I don't remember, white butterfly, maybe? It's one of those that you get at the drugstore or the grocery store, and it doesn't give you a real name, so then you just have to rely on apps. This is a begonia dragon wing begonia. It's just a normal outside begonia that I got from somebody off of Facebook for really cheap, and I'm glad that I drove out that way. There's some pothos, pearls and jade pothos, and I got that off Etsy. Here's a calathea that is reaching, so maybe she's not very happy, and she's a little crispy, but for such an arid climate, I think she's doing just fine. Here is my Crimson Queen. I think that's what it is, Hoya Crimson Queen. I'll need to go back and check. This was one of the first purchases I made off Etsy. But that white leaf is brand new and is not going to contribute anything to photosynthesis, but she sure is gorgeous. So yeah, I really like the way this looks. It's starting to look more and more like a plant. So I've had her for about a month and a half. And that's, like I said, one of the earliest ones. All of these are so new and I'm so dumb. This is a bird's nest hurricane fern. All of those words are in the title. I don't remember which way they go, but she didn't love travel, which is fair. But there she is. Here is a peperonia. Watermelon, I believe. I don't remember. I think she might be reaching, trying to get more sun. This is a south window, so again, pretty bright, but and because it's like what, noon right now, 11. And there's some clouds, but because our windows are so high up as opposed to floor to ceiling, we just don't get that much light, so we have this like weird setup. And so I'm gonna have to find, it's very utilitarian in here. I'm gonna have to find something to make it a little bit prettier. But anyway, she's got new growth. She's doing pretty well. She's pretty happy. I got her at a local nursery. But I do think she's maybe reaching, so I should probably either put her higher up, like put something underneath her, or move her forward again. The Monstera Adansonii. There's like 4 of those here. One plant had 3 and I split them up and now I'm regretting it because I would have liked a fuller plant. So they may end up in a bigger pot together eventually, but not anytime soon. Dumb cane, which is a dumb name. It's not my favorite name. I'm at a loss of what to say. It's doing well. I think I got this from Albertsons on half off. There's one of the bigger monsteras, Adansonii monsteras. It's doing pretty well. There is a Hoya crinkle, I believe. I don't know. There's probably more words to it. And then the silver dollar plant. Yeah, it's doing pretty well. It's a trailing plant, but it still makes me nervous how it keeps falling over. I had it on that pencil for a while, but then I realized I just need to let it do its thing. I just needed it to be more, the soil to get more compact and everything before I let it just completely flop over. And I don't know, I'm a nervous plant owner. Because I don't know what I'm doing. This is some sort of peperonia. I don't remember what. I think I got it from my friend Corin. And we weren't sure it was gonna root just in water, and it is. I need to fill it up so that it doesn't dry out the roots, but I'll do that after this. More Adansonii. Here is, ooh, yeah, I didn't know what's happening. This is some sort of peperonia from Corin again. Roots. There's some roots. We were a little bit shocked because our understanding was that peperonia doesn't really do well in water prop, but maybe it won't transfer well. But as soon as I got another inch of roots on those, I will put them in the earth. That's just the other side of the begonia. I think that's everything in my office. I don't have any editing skills, so we're just doing it. So you get to see the slight mess. I mean, don't get me wrong, I cleaned up before I did this, but not perfectly. There's that string of hearts that I put on Instagram a lot. And she's just doing so good. I love her so much. She's one of the first plants I got. Again, what was that, like June something? So maybe only a month and a week ago. Which is why I know nothing. This is more of that pearls and jade. This is some sort of spiderwort, and she got some good roots. Again, we weren't sure what was gonna happen. There's our drainer, because life happens in a house. This is a gift from some people. This is a party time, and move her over. She's just real cool. She didn't love travel. Most of these plants didn't love travel, but she's putting out that new leaf, that new like little, and I think it was already happening, but she's only like a week and a half old maybe, so she's great. There's 2 of them. And then this is, let me just bring this down. This is Hoya Bella. And I tried to prop her like a string of hearts with the butterfly method, and that was just dumb. I didn't know what I was doing. They grow too slow in order to do it the way I thought I was gonna do it. So I put them in water, and there are some roots, and I need to fill that one up too. I have to baby those ones in those narrow tops that only have tiny little stems, and they may not make it, it's fine. This was a Monstera that just, you know, poor babe. Got completely zapped in the mail. I think this is a new growth point, but there's that crispiness. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. But she hasn't croaked out on me completely, so I'm just trying to let her do her thing, and hopefully she will be happy. Spider plant from Corin, another spider plant from Corin. I had put a little mini aloe in this container, but because it's glazed, the water was holding on too much, even with my super airy mix. So I moved that into a terracotta pot that isn't glazed. So I've got to find something that kind of wants more water. So yeah, we'll see. More Zabrina. This in my previous attempt to show this is that Silver Dollars baby. This was sticking up here, and this was sticking up here like this, and I touched it and it just fell over. So it's not doing as well as I thought it was. But we'll see if this one takes root. It's been trying for, I would say, a month now, so I don't know if I have much hope I don't know. This is a party time that's doing real well. Yeah, they just make me so happy. It's a great gift. More pothos from Monica. These are my string of turtles, the non-prop version. And this is pretty like deep where the soil is. So I don't know if I want it to have to keep growing up. So I probably will repot this. I think I've had this for over a month, and so I think it'll be okay to repot it. I mean, I don't know. I need to do more research to see how to do that. This is my favorite. It's my favorite, along with the string of hearts. But this is a Peperomia Ruby Cascade, and she is giving me so much new growth. Look at up here. She's so kind of full looking for a tiny plant, and she just, you know, she's very happy, and I've had her for about a month as well. So I think she might do okay. More Monica pothos from Monica. It's just called them pothos. Here are some Sansevierias, a variety of Sansevierias that I don't know what they are, that also were gifts from friends. So that one's really cool. Sorry, there's like salt on the table. I don't know what this is. And this one's really pretty, and it's got a little pup. He came with it. They came bare root, so I just potted stuff up. This is not golden pothos. This is Hawaiian pothos, which I don't know what that means. This is my mom's ficus. It gets a little leggy. It's been moved 17 times. I think it was my dad's mom's ficus, and she gave it to my mom after my mom's mom died. So my maternal grandmother died, and my paternal grandmother gave my mom this ficus. And it's been doing okay, but yeah, that one section is pretty leggy, so we need to do something about that eventually. Here is a Monstera I got from Sprouts for half off, which means $7.99. So big for that price, but it did have gnats, so I am sort of quarantining it as much as you can, and I've put it right there. Okay, this is running really long. More pothos. Philodendron Brazil from Albertsons half off. Pothos stick that we're hoping something will happen. I think that was a string of pearls back there that completely hated travel, and I was trying to revive, and nothing has happened in forever. But we'll leave it. We'll keep watering it and see if anything pops up. This is pothos from Corin, golden pothos. That is pothos Enjoy. I meant to look this up after the other version because I said it was a Syndapsis Pictus exotica, and then I realized that I don't think it is. So I don't know what it is, but I got it off Etsy. This is a variegated peace lily starter plant that needs water. She tells me real quick when she needs water, which is great, but I am worried about her. This is a Summer and Snow jasmine. Tiny, tiny plant, but really gorgeous, doing well. Didn't mind travel all that much, I don't think. We'll see. I think it's been like 3 weeks, so if she was gonna be shocked, that should have already shown. This is a Hoya. I don't remember what kind, but I love the splash pattern on her. I got her from Facebook. This is a croton that needs water. This is a lipstick plant, twisted lipstick plant. All these figurines are my mom's angels, which people just give her. That one, I don't even know how it's supposed to be mounted. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, that's not part of the plants, but it's cute. And I really like this one. This one is so white girl basic, but that brand of them. But I really do like the arms thrust out singing. It's not an angel, it's just a girl, and that makes me happy. And then these are some pots that I got as a child that even have my name on them. And they broke in one of the many, many moves when I was a child. And I'm sad that they're broken, but I'm glad I still have them. This is a Philodendron Prince of Orange that I hated travel, like just absolutely hated it. The leaves got crushed. I think this was one of those that looked like, I think it said live plants on it, and it felt like the post office people just like literally kicked the shit out of it just to be mean. That's what it felt like. I don't think it was really like that, but the box was just a mess, and it was so upsetting. But it's still alive, and it's got some little growth points happening. Again, this has been a few months. I'm not taking all, I want it to be able to, I took a couple of leaves that just totally died, but I'm okay with the browning so that it can still get a little photosynthesis in. This was a freebie from that same Etsy because they messed up my order in the first place twice. I won't name the Etsy because whatever, but if you want to know, I will tell you in private. I don't remember what philodendron this is because it wasn't something I ordered. This is that miniature agave that my mom, miniature agave that I put in the pot like this, and that was a bad plan. It just stayed so wet. But it's doing fine in this terracotta. More Zebrina. These are my mom's plants. Some Wandering Willy, which is just a spiderwort of some sort. Anthurium, a really happy Christmas cactus, holiday cactus. We think it's actually Thanksgiving cactus because of when it starts to bloom. There's some more back there that were in this teeny tiny pot and it kept falling over, and so that's a peace lily. Some orchids and more Wandering Willy. And there's some aloe back there that was not doing well, so we repotted it in more arid soil because it was just holding on to too much water. And my mom is trying to prop some geranium in water. We're not sure how that's gonna go, but those are my mom's plants. Then outside there might be neighbors around, so I'll be quiet. Just potted this up. Some Zebrina. my begonia over there. These are all my mom's. That's that, she calls it sedum down at the bottom. It's really thriving, but I don't know. I just repotted that one, the top sedum. I'm not wearing shoes, so I can't walk on the rocks. Anyway, I just repotted it because it was in a huge pot and it was silly. Our boogies are not doing that great because they weren't getting enough sun. They were over there. And it gets evening sun, but not enough. So we just moved them over here, so hopefully that'll be better. This is a catalpa that was literally like this big, just a stick that my mom stuck in the dirt from, I guess it was my aunt's. And then this is a lemon, a Meyer lemon that I got from the nursery. And we'll see how that does. I think that's everything. And this is 21 minutes, and that is insane. Don't worry, this won't become a channel. This is just a one-time thing. Maybe every once in a while for the 3 people that care. Have a good one.